This is your Hdsr Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events. Looking back in High Desert and Mojave River Valley sports history, all 6 Bulldogs touchdowns scored by underclassmen in Oak Hill's 2019 win over Sultana. Freshman quarterback Sam Allen leads the 2015 Victor Valley College Rams to a blowout win against East LA. Big Bear sharpshooter Kim Rhode leads opposition to a state initiative threatening Second Amendment rights in 2016. Oak Hill's underclassmen score high in the Bulldogs' first Mojave River League test, registering a 44-6 victory at Sultana. Wide receiver Benjamin Norvell, a junior, catches a pair of scoring passes from fellow junior Latavian Lipscomb, both on the same pitch and catch pattern. Junior Chase Blue, 9, runs a punt back for a touchdown, but one of a number of outstanding plays on the night by Chase Blue. Sophomore royalty running back Prince Thomas rushes for 2 second-half touchdowns, all 6 Bulldogs touchdowns scored by underclassmen. Red zone entries to the end zone behind the blocking of the Bulldogs' massive 300 pounds per O lineman led by heavyweights Nafofia Tulafono, Chris Torres, and Manuel Fierro. The Oak Hills dominance comes as no surprise to Bulldogs followers familiar with Coach Robert Kistner's mode of operation. Every year, the Bulldogs undergo a grueling pre-league schedule that results in very few victories against high-caliber opponents. Then the Bulldogs cut loose and tear apart Mojave River League opponents. This team does reign as defending MRL champions. Sultana's offensive game plan, mixture of quick strike passes and power ball running plays. This pass completion to junior co-captain wide receiver Larry Scott. Junior quarterback Nathaniel Glass is 6'4", 240. He is also the Sultan's leading scorer on the year, having carried for 4 of his team's 7 touchdowns this season. All of Sultana's scoring this game comes from Cody Hill. The junior kicker does connect on a pair of field goals, this a 46-yarder. It comes with time running out in the first half, literally 1.4 seconds on the clock before halftime. The Bulldogs' second touchdown had preceded the Sultana field goal. The 27-yard scoring strike to Benjamin Norvell comes with 27 seconds left in the second quarter. The score at the half, 14-3. Prince Thomas does the heavy lifting on this scoring drive, breaking tackles and carrying Sultans with him. This carry, a 10-yard pickup, giving the Bulldogs a first and goal at the 9. Next play, Prince Thomas up the middle. Officials say he went down at the 1. Prince Thomas, a 5'6", 150-pound sophomore. Next play, Nafofia Tulafono, 77, makes the call, but he too is disappointed. No touchdown. Nafofia Tulafono, the 6'2", 311-pound senior, twice all Mojave River League offensive lineman. Third and goal, less than a yard from pay dirt. Prince Thomas, the handoff. Leland Riley, 80, with the call that stands. Touchdown, Bulldogs, and a 27-3 Oak Hills lead at the 3.5-minute mark of quarter number 3. Watch Chase Blue, 9, field the very short punt. No, not a blocked punt. Watch Sultan's Chase Blue, who cuts across the field and scores the third Oak Hills touchdown of the third quarter. It comes with 1 minute to play in quarter number 3, and the Bulldogs enter the fourth, leading 35-3. The third quarter, 3-touchdown blitz, effectively putting the Sultans away. The final score, Oak Hills 44, Sultana 6.
Victor Valley College freshman quarterback Sam Allen leads the Rams to their 5th straight win of the season, a 58-21 blowout of East Los Angeles College. Sam Allen throws for 5 touchdown passes and adds another on the ground in the Rams' 16th consecutive victory for the program. Sam Allen throws for 306 yards, 26 of 42, and runs for another 104 yards on 16 carries, accounting for 410 of the Rams' 488 yards total offense. Adams connects for 3 scoring passes to sophomore wide receiver Devontae Milligan. The Rams create 7 turnovers, once again dominant, recording 5 pass interceptions and holding the visiting Huskies to 58 yards rushing. Dougladson Suttle registers 2 more sacks. The Rams' defensive end leads the state in that department. Sam Allen's strike to Devontae Milligan connects at the 10. Milligan spins on contact at the 4 and carries it in. Milligan's 3rd touchdown reception of the day. The 5th touchdown pass on the afternoon for Sam Allen, giving him 12 on the year. 58-21, Victor Valley College, capping the scoring on the Rams' 5th straight victory of the year and 16th in succession for the program. 6-time Olympic shooting medalist Kim Rhode, a resident of Big Bear Lake, is featured in a wave of video ads by the campaign against Proposition 63 that argue the gun control initiative will hurt competitive and sports shooters and women. The 3 35-second web ads have been posted by the Coalition for Civil Liberties, a campaign committee formed by the California Rifle and Pistol Association, which is the official state affiliate of the National Rifle Association, the NRA. The ads attack an initiative by Lieutenant Governor Gavin Newsom that would require background checks and the keeping of sales records for people purchasing ammunition, outlaw ammunition magazines that hold more than 10 rounds, and provide a process for taking guns away from Californians convicted of felonies. Rhode says in one ad that she has to fire 800 rounds of ammunition each day to keep her accuracy. If Gavin Newsom has his way, it'll make it incredibly hard to keep my skills, said Rhode, whose bronze for skeet shooting this past summer in the Rio de Janeiro Olympics was her 6th medal. Proposition 63 will inconvenience competitive shooters by requiring them to jump through bureaucratic hoops to keep their ammo supply stocked. Kim Rhode is an American double trap and skeet shooter, a 6-time Olympic medal winner, including 3 gold medals, and 6-time national champion in double trap. She is the most successful female shooter in Olympics history, the only triple Olympic champion, and the only woman to have won 2 Olympic gold medals for double trap. She won a gold medal in skeet shooting at the 2012 Summer Olympic Games, equaling the world record of 99 out of 100 clays. Most recently, she won the bronze at the Rio 2016 Olympics, making her the first Olympian to win a medal on 5 different continents and the first Summer Olympian to win an individual medal at 6 consecutive Summer Games. The 37-year-old Rhode has formed strong ties with the Inland Empire shooting community, and she is co-host of the Outdoor Channel's TV program, Step Outside.
The Bradco Companies present sports headline makers on this date in High Desert and Mojave River Valley history. The Bradco Companies salute the accomplishments of area athletes past and present and support the teams, athletes, schools, and colleges and sports programs throughout our Mojave River Valley and High Desert. Looking back on this date in High Desert sports history, a longest-standing rival game and a classic MRL matchup loom as CIF rankings are posted on this date in 2016. Rival game, the 93rd Battle for the Axe. In this classic Bulldogs versus Sun Devils battle in 2017, this Jeff Widener to Xander Witt TD the game winner. Former Silverado Hawk Dana Jenkins leads the Rams defense as Victor Valley College upsets Citrus in 2016.
The three highest-ranked teams in their divisions held fast to the previous week's rankings. The Oak Hills Bulldogs remain at number 5 in the CIF Division 3 poll. The 4-1 Bulldogs open Mojave River League play Friday, hosting Apple Valley. The undefeated Sun Devils also held steady at number 5 in the Division 10 poll. The 4-1 Jackrabbits of Victor Valley are ranked 10th in the Division 11 poll. Victor Valley goes to Barstow Friday for the 93rd edition of the Battle for the Axe. 4-2 Silverado is ranked 11 in Division 9. The Hesperia Christian Patriots hold at number 2 in 8-man rankings, despite scoring over 100 points in last week's outing.
Jeff Widener throws 3 TD passes, including this game winner to Xander Witt in the fourth quarter, and Apple Valley holds off Oak Hills 31-24 in a crucial Mojave River League duel. Jeff Widener hits Keshawn Griffin on scoring passes of 25 yards, then 21 yards in the first quarter. And then the junior quarterback scores on a 28-yard run in the second quarter as the Sun Devils jump out to a 21-0 lead against the visiting Bulldogs. The Bulldogs storm back, Martinique Finn scoring once in the second quarter, then again in the third. Then Oak Hills ties the score on a 90-yard scoring pass, Josh Stewart to Nate Palmer. The Sun Devils' O-line grinds out a drive that consumes the final 9 minutes of the ball game to ensure the victory.
The O-line, they win games, they win championships along with defense. They deserve more credit.
We just wanted to fire him up on the last drive and get that drive. That was a 9-minute drive, and he put it together and ended the game. I think it was great.
The Victor Valley College Rams score on a field goal, a safety, a touchdown pass, a punt return for a touchdown, and a 2-yard plunge to upset Citrus 26-7 for their third victory of the season. It was the Rams' defense that figured most heavily in the win. Dana Jenkins with the 35-yard punt return that puts Victor Valley up 12-0 in the second quarter. Coach Dave Hoover, defensive police force, shut out the 4th-ranked Owls through 3.5 quarters. The visitors' lone touchdown comes with 4 minutes remaining in the game, and the Rams leading 26-0.
Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road. Bid fast and last, sold on supporting High Desert Sports. Midway Home Solutions in Victorville. Deagle & Don always has discount prices on appliances, mattresses, home furnishings, and electronics. Valu Quality Truck Body. Family owned and operated since 1954. The Bradco Companies, supporting all of the teams and sports programs throughout the Mojave River Valley. Iwanzak Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. And by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn in Victorville, supporting High Desert teams, athletes, and sports programs. Looking back on this date in High Desert, Mojave River Valley sports history, the Oak Hills Bulldogs explode for 5 first-half touchdowns in this 2016 Mojave River League battle against previously unbeaten Apple Valley. All-conference wide receiver Samaj Brewer catches 3 touchdown passes in this 2019 Victor Valley College win against Santa Monica.
Oak Hills scores 5 first-half touchdowns and defeats Apple Valley 37-7 in the Mojave River League opener for both teams. Aramis Aldridge carries in from 8 yards out for the first Bulldogs score 1 minute and 7 seconds into the ball game. Brandon Porter throws 3 scoring passes. Michael Delgado, the receiver, from 14 yards out. Brandon Porter to Kevin Davis on the 51-yard touchdown pass. These came in the Bulldogs' 21-point outburst in the second quarter. Seth Baker's touchdown at the end of the first quarter gives Apple Valley a 7-6 lead. The 90-yard punt return for a touchdown by Williams Jakari puts the Bulldogs ahead 21-7, and Oak Hills never looks back from there.
Victor Valley College makes it 2 straight impressive wins in a row. The second, a 34-27 road win at Santa Monica. Samaj Brewer catches 3 touchdown passes, including the game winner, with less than 2 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. This file video from the previous home win against Santa Ana. All 3 scoring passes thrown by Zach Millar in a game pitting a pair of evenly matched teams. Victor Valley emerges with a 3-2 record, the loss the second in 4 games for the Corsairs. Running quarterback Brian Hughes scored the second Rams touchdown on an 18-yard run. The teams were tied at 17 at the half. Brian Hughes leads Rams ball carriers in the Santa Monica win with 53 yards rushing. Julian Banks, displaying excellent second effort on this screen pass reception, followed Brian Hughes in the rushing yardage department at Santa Monica with 45 yards. The winning touchdown broke the 24-24 tie in the fourth quarter with 1:40 remaining. Defensive standouts against the Corsairs include sacks by Jordan Payne, 58, this tackle for a loss against Santa Ana, Logan Graham, 94, and Grant Harris, 36, also record sacks against the Corsairs. Robert Butler, 11, led Victor Valley tacklers with 8 tackles at Santa Monica. The contest was much more a defensive battle than the score might indicate. Both teams were held to marginal total offense, the Rams winning that statistical comparison, 258 total yards, while VVC's defense held Santa Monica to a total 224 yards. Next up for the Rams, their conference opener, Saturday, October 19th, a home game against undefeated Mount San Jacinto.
The Community Table Restaurant Online Sports Report. Action highlights brought to you by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn in Victorville.
Call 760-245-6565 and order Community Table Restaurant breakfast 6 in the morning until 10 for carryout, or have them come to you with delivery. The Holiday Inn, favored destination for travelers and visitors to the Victor Valley. Looking back in Hdsr sports history, Oak Hills' Nolan Brammer scores the game-winning touchdown in the Bulldogs' 2014 upset of Serrano. At the midway mark of the 2017 season, Silverado has the #1 passing attack in the state. Serrano and Apple Valley prepare for their 2019 battle between the area's 2 highest-ranked teams.
The Oak Hills Bulldogs upset Serrano 24-21 in opening round Mojave River League play. Quarterback Nolan Brammer, game-winning touchdown, 4 minutes to play, puts the Bulldogs ahead 24-13.
We've been preparing for this team for 4 years now. We couldn't beat them, and this year we finally had the team to beat them.
DeJounte Fletcher scores the first Oak Hills touchdown on this 86-yard run in the second quarter. This follows a first-quarter field goal and gives the Bulldogs a 10-0 lead.
DeJounte Fletcher earns all Mojave River League honors his junior and senior seasons before going on to play collegiately at Chaffee.
Nolan Brammer dials long distance, connects with Jeremiah Lorick on the 45-yard scoring play after Serrano blocked the Bulldogs' punt and ran it in for a touchdown to pull within 3 at 10-7. This made it 17-7 Oak Hills at the half. Serrano's Jordan King scores from 6 yards out in the third. It's 17-13 Bulldogs. King will catch an 8-yard scoring pass from Austin Williams with 2 minutes to play to pull the Diamondbacks back within 3 and end the scoring. The victory puts Oak Hills in the driver's seat atop the Mojave River League, though only 1 game into league play. Is this the biggest win in Bulldogs history?
Oh, this victory, it feels good. It feels real good. We want to get these guys. They beat me for 3 years, and I really want to beat them my senior year, and I love my team. We did great. Oh, we just played so hard, but we ain't done. We ain't done. We want more.
The Oak Hills Bulldogs ending Serrano's grip atop the MRL. The outcome snaps the Diamondbacks' streak of 21 consecutive Mojave River League triumphs.
Silverado is the highest scoring team in CIF Division 8, and Hawks quarterback Levi Taylor has thrown for the most passing yards in the state. Levi Taylor had an even 1,900 yards at the midway mark, then added another 220 in the Hawks' blowout win against Adelanto. The 6-foot, 185-pound signal caller set his personal goals high at the outset of this season.
Now, this may sound a little bit crazy, but this year I'm going for 8,000 yards and 60 touchdowns. Some pretty good receivers. Receivers coming back strong. We got 5 deep pretty much, and after that, we still got guys.
8 different Hawks receivers have caught Levi Taylor touchdown passes in Silverado's first 7 games. With 31 TD passes, he's passed the midway mark of 60 in season goals with 3 regular season games and the playoffs still to go. Levi Taylor has twice tied the state record for touchdown passes in a half. 7. He threw 7 first-half scoring passes against East Side this year, and 7 his junior season against Granite Hills. Coach Rafael Genorio's Hawks remain ranked 3rd in CIF Division 8 with 3 regular season games remaining. High school football's battle for high desert supremacy takes place Friday, October 11th in Phelan. Top-ranked Serrano hosts Apple Valley in what likely will decide the Mojave River League Championship. By top-ranked, that is reference to the undefeated Diamondbacks ranked number 1 in the CIF Division 7 poll. Apple Valley, also unbeaten, is in Division 6, a higher division than 7. The Sun Devils are ranked 6th by CIF in Division 6. There are 2 common opponents providing comparative scores. Apple Valley beat Silverado by 42 points, 49-7. The Diamondbacks beat Silverado by 31 points the following week. And the upcoming showdown between the undefeated is a home game for the Diamondbacks. That home field advantage very significant in favoring Serrano against evenly matched opponents. Of course, every basis of comparison becomes irrelevant once the ball is in the air and the battle is underway. This promises to be one of the High Desert's premier games of the season. Bid Fast and Last is expanding its Hesperia facilities to include a new DMV office open to the public. You can bid virtual live online on Bid Fast and Last auctions of estates, firearms, fine jewelry, coins, antiques, and vehicles. BidFastandLast.com. Joseph W. Brady updates viewers on the Victor Valley College Educational Conference Center and Stadium project.
Terry, you know, sometimes I kind of pinch myself. And when I say pinch myself, Diana Carloni, everybody knows that she's our attorney, but she's one of our close friends, and she's an advisor, and she's somebody I listen to. Diana, don't let that go to your head. Charlie, don't let that go to her head. But when I first applied, I was one of 24 people that applied for the vacancy that Angela Valles created when she was elected to the Victorville City Council. So it was good that, you know, she went from there over to the City Council. And Diana said to me, you know, Joey, you're not gonna like government. You're gonna find it very frustrating. You're not gonna be able to do what you like to do, the way you like to do it, and all that. a long story short, through all the fights and the board fiascos and a $3.5 million structural deficit and a very poor morale and the great things that Dr. Wagner did, and now, Dr. Wagner like teed up the foundation for Dr. Walden to come on in, and Terry, the first time that we actually got along as a board was when we hired Dr. Walden. It was a unanimous vote. Lori Denson was there, my friend, and so we knew that we made the right decision. Roger came in for 4 years, did a great job, and retired. Then Walden came in. The stadium has been an issue. I'm a huge believer in sports. I'm not a believer in those that kneel. Okay, so I want to make it real clear. I don't think that would necessarily happen at Victor Valley College. I think that people really do love sports. I would love to see Victor Valley Community College have a better sports program. I'd like to see us find some additional monies for that. But with this bond and the Educational Conference Center, the cost is about $30 million for construction. Soft costs are about $6 million. So your soft costs would also include your FF&E, your furniture, fixtures, and equipment. We raised, I think it was like $34 million in the bond issuance, and net of everything was about $32 million bucks. We just had a presentation through the architect, LBA, and so I've supplied you what they did at our last board meeting. I mean, John Pinkerton, Trustee John R. Pinkerton III, our Vice President, I salivate when we see that, and so I think do all the other trustees, and I think the people at the college and the faculty members do. We need a place to hold events in the high desert that is really conditioned. If you use the big room, you'll be able to pick out the posts you want. And let's say there were a board meeting. Let's say it was a huge issue. You could seat 2,000 people. Okay, one by one by one. For dinners, we're going to be able to seat 600. I was hoping for more, but space limitations, the cost of construction, you've got to kind of give. You're going to be able to get your snacks on in there for the football game. The stadium's going to be moved back. We're going to have wrought iron on the outside. So unfortunately, unless there is a supervised faculty member there, the track will be closed. The material used for the track will be state of the art. We're going to move the football stadium back in the hill. I believe that on the side of the hill we'll have seating for, it's either 2,500 or 3,500 people. On the visitor side, closer to Fish Hatchery, we'll be able to have 1,500. For board meetings, one of the three, so I'd call them a salon. There's like 3 salons. We're gonna have a kitchen on in there so we can do all kinds of events. This is gonna be one of those things that, we talked about it years ago, and we talked about a little bit when Peter Allen was president, just when he was our interim. When Roger came, I think that Roger really saw that the college brings that connectivity because we're literally near the middle of the region. But we're a huge employer. We're next to the Mojave River. I mean, this is going to be a gorgeous facility. Hopefully, we will be submitting plans by the end of the year. I believe the architect is right online. Between Dr. Walden and John Nolan and even Steve Garcia, I'm excited. And they will hopefully start construction within a year after that, and they hope to be done probably by the end of 2022, probably early part of 23. I'll be on the board until December 13th, 2022 at 5:59, unless I decide to change something between now and then. So I'm excited for the bondholders. I'm excited for our students, our faculty. I'm excited for the residents up here. And I can already tell you that I've already told Dr. Walden that we're going to do a party for a particular reason. I want to do something. I want to do it, and this is the place I want to do it. If I'm going to put my money out, I'd like to do it there, and that's where we're going to do it. So be fun.
Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road. Bid fast and last, sold on supporting High Desert Sports. Midway Home Solutions in Victorville. Deagle & Don always has discount prices on appliances, mattresses, home furnishings, and electronics. Valu Quality Truck Body. Family owned and operated since 1954. The Bradco Companies, supporting all of the teams and sports programs throughout the Mojave River Valley. Iwanzak Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. And by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn in Victorville, supporting high desert teams, athletes, and sports programs. This is your High Desert Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events.